what's up, guys? Happy Wednesday, August 18th. We've got 10 games of MLB on the main slate tonight, and there's a 5-game afternoon slate to kind of get you guys held over throughout the day. A little fun slate tonight. We'll go over briefly the games on the docket. You know the drill. This video brought to you by RunDFS.com and PrizePicks.com. Use code GUNDECKER when you sign up for PrizePicks. They show me some love. And then if you guys want my tools, the algorithms and the spreadsheets that I literally coded myself to navigate the slates day to day, go to RunDFS.com. Try out the week pass, see if you like it. And then if you do want to dive a little bit deeper later on this afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, live right here on this channel, weather permitted. We'll be live streaming, going game by game, talking it up. So it's a fun time. You guys can be fully interactive in chat. I am pretty aggressive when it comes to reading the chat in between each game. So if you guys have notes, you guys have plays or thoughts, it is a group discussion. Anyway, let's talk about the 10 games on tonight's main slate. First of all, at 7:05 p.m. Eastern, we have got the Yankees hosting the Red Sox. Game number 3, Yankees with the doubleheader sweep job yesterday to jump the Red Sox and claim that second wild card spot. It's a fun night, but it might get a little froggy tonight. Nick Pivetta on the bump for the Red Sox. Andrew Heaney for the Yankees. Yankees implied run total of 5.4. Red Sox 5.2. Also Marlins hosting the Braves. Charlie Morton up against Jesus Luzardo. 4.5's your run total for the Braves, and the Marlins have a 3.1 implied run total. Not a ton of juice there for the Marlins to put up some numbers. Moving on, the Tigers host the Angels. Shohei Ohtani up against Tariq Skubal. Ohtani just 8,600 on DraftKings. This could be real fun. Could Miguel Cabrera get number 500 off of Shohei Ohtani? Could you imagine? That game should be fun to spectate. The implied run total for the Angels right now, 4.6. Tigers at 4. Moving on, Rays hosting the Orioles. Spencer Watkins up against Lewis Head. Implied run total for the Rays, 6. They are minus 335 favorites right now. Orioles a 3.3 implied run total. Also on the slate, Cardinals hosting the Brewers. We should have another pitcher's duel here. Jack Flaherty up against Freddie Peralta. We've got a 3.6 implied run total for the Brewers and a 3.5 run total for the Cardinals. That's probably the got to be tied for like the lowest game total of the season. The lowest I can think of. What is that? A smooth 7. So we'll see if the lines move up throughout the day. But it should be a fun pitcher's duel here. I'm fine with going after either pitcher. I'm not going to name neither one of these pitchers as one of my targets today because I think it's a little too obvious. But definitely should be if you're into pitchers and fast baseball, that game might be for you. Rangers hosting the Mariners. Marco Gonzalez taking on Mike Foltynewicz. We got a 5.2 implied run total for the Mariners, and the Rangers at 4. I feel like we've seen this matchup quite a few times in the last month or so. White Sox hosting the Athletics. Thoughts out to Chris Bassett. Took a line drive off the face, a comebacker off the face yesterday. Ended up coming out that game early. Sounds like he's good, but man, was that kind of scary to watch. Shifted everything about that game. Today, Cole Irvin, the lefty, up against Lance Lynn. White Sox implied run total of 5. Athletics 3.6. Royals hosting the Astros. Zach Greinke taking on his former team, the Royals, and Brady Singer on the mound for the Royals. Implied run total for the Astros 5.4. The Royals at 4.2. Also on the slate, the Diamondbacks hosting the Philadelphia Phillies. Ranger Suarez, converted closer, now into a stretched out starter up against Humberto Castellanos. The Phillies with a 4.5 run total. The D-backs 4.2. And lastly, the Dodgers hosting the Pirates. JT Brubaker up against Mitch White. Dodgers have been rotating rest between some of their starters. They got Gavin Lux back into the mix yesterday. It really feels like they have the deep deepest bench in baseball, while a lot of other teams are using bullpen. So Dodgers are a sizable favorite, 5.5 implied run total, 3.2 on the Pirates, and that's the quick rundown of what's on the docket today. You know the format of the video. I'm going to talk about 2 pitchers I'm digging, 3 hitters I'm digging, and 2 stacks I'm gravitating towards early on from a DFS standpoint, and then we'll come back this afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, and dive a little deeper, maybe get some updated lineups, maybe pitchers change, something like that, and have some more up-to-the-minute thoughts, and we'll also know more information about weather, stuff like that. So if you guys want to be part of that, there is a link in the pinned comment below this video. Click that link, set a notification, get reminded when we go live, and then come and have some fun with this. Let's talk picks. The first pitcher I'm going to talk about, how about we go to the Braves? Charlie Morton, 9,700 on DraftKings. Yesterday, this Marlins lineup was one of the worst lineups I've seen all year. They did not have Jazz Chisholm in the starting lineup. It sounds like maybe that was just a day off, but even when he's in the lineup, I do like the opposing pitchers if they are talented. Charlie Morton has 4 games started against the Marlins, only a 15 DKP per game, but I kind of like his chances against this most recent version of the Marlins lineup. He's given us 20-plus DKP in 3 of his last 5 games and missed 20 by just a third of a point against that Milwaukee team. So I don't mind him here. His last game at Miami, he dropped 31 DKP in 7 innings. This is a Braves team looking to make some separation in the top of the NL East. And I've said it time and time again, when Morton's on the bump, they're probably going to want the most out of him, 6-7 innings if they can get it. And I think it's a good spot for him to do pretty well. On the road this season, a 28.2% K rate, 0.46 home run per 9, 196 average allowed, and the xFIP right about 3.5. So pretty decent metrics. You guys hear that thunder? It is thundering really, really bad. Hopefully we can get through this. Next on the docket, might be a little chalky, but 8,600 for Shohei Ohtani feels a little bit light to me against the Detroit Tigers. Ohtani with a 34.8% K rate, 2 righties, a 25% K rate to lefties, xFIP 3.9 to lefties, 3.5 to righties. Usually the Tigers lineup comes out like a mixed batch of either, with a couple switch hitters in the mix, but nonetheless, as a team, the Tigers strike out 1 in 4 at-bats against right-handed pitchers, and Ohtani's absolutely somebody that can push the strikeout limits with a overall 30% K rate on the season. So I like Ohtani at a very soft price, I think, at 8,600 on DraftKings. I did say it would be kind of fun if Miguel Cabrera got his 500 bomb off of Ohtani, but hopefully that doesn't happen because I expect to be pretty bullish on Ohtani today for DFS. Now let's talk about a couple of picks here. Let's go to the Rays game. There's 2 catchers I really like today. One of them is Salvador Perez from the Kansas City Royals. He's got really strong power metrics, especially really to both sides of the plate. But in this matchup today, Greinke allows a really ridiculous home run per 9 to righties, almost a 2, and he doesn't miss bats. So Salvador Perez is somebody that when you can offset some of that elevated strikeout percentage, he's in a great spot to homer, and he usually hits a really strong a lineup order, usually top 3. But I'm not going to name him today just because he's 5,100 on DraftKings. I love the price on FanDuel, and I also like playing him and another catcher on FanDuel, and that's going back up to the Rays game. Mike Zunino, 3rd overall pick, huh? Man, my man is on fire. He has homered in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games straight. M's in his bank account. That's right. Mike Zunino is on fire right now, kind of locked in. And I know that sounds a little lazy, but I promise you, if he hadn't homered in 5 games in a row, I would still be on him here today. He's got extremely nice power metrics. The one knock on Mike Zunino is and always has been his strikeout percentage of 39% K rate to righties. Since the beginning of last year, he does not hit for very much average, but if you can put him against a contact pitcher, and when he is putting the ball in play, his batted ball data, barrel rate, rate percentage is 26.3%. That is amongst the highest in all of baseball and is really not even close. He has a 4.5 rating on the bomb detector, and he's going against Spencer Watkins, an 11.8% K rate to righties, 307 average allowed, and 189 home run per nine, just a 7.9% swing and strike rate. It's literally a tailor-made matchup for Mike Zunino. I personally am hoping that Kevin Cash decides to maybe bat Zunino a little higher in the order today to take advantage of this matchup because as it stands right now, as a 9-hole catcher, you're not really guaranteed to get more than one at-bat against an Orioles starter in this day and age. You're lucky to get 2. So I love the starting matchup here for Zunino. I'm hoping he bats a little bit higher, but since he's about $1,000 cheaper than Salvador Perez, I'm going to name him as my first hitter that I'm targeting on the slate. Moving on, it just really isn't a first look video if I don't focus on Ozzy Albies for a minute. 5K on DraftKings, 4,400 on FanDuel. He's getting the pitching stylings of southpaw Jesus Luzardo, and this season Luzardo has regressed immensely and is not looking like that 2019 version of Luzardo that had a 35% K rate to righties. In fact, he's down spiraled to 20% with a 313 average allowed to righties, a 272 home run per nine to righties, a 545 xFIP to righties, a 10% walk rate, and an elevated fly ball rate, and elevated hard contact rate. Insert Ozzy Albies, who is batting almost 350 since the beginning of last year against left-handed pitchers with a 273 ISO and an OPS pushing 1,000. That is what you want. This is a very versatile leadoff guy, a very versatile and talented switchy, and I like his chances to get 5-6 at-bats in this one and produce. Yesterday, I thought Sandy Alcantara was one of the tougher matchups the Braves will see in the series and really in their stretch, so I was away from him, and you didn't hear me speak highly of Albies on the first look, but I'm going right back to the mix here. On an average day, you can probably get double-digit fantasy points. Matter of fact, he's done that for you in 7 of his last 10 games, and I like him a lot today to really get into a strong start against Jesus Luzardo and continue to be really doggone good against left-handed pitching. And then lastly, this one stings, and it's going to keep stinging. JD Martinez of the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, the Red Sox got taken it to them twice yesterday, but today they're looking for revenge. All Red Sox 16. JD Martinez, 4K on FanDuel, 4,800 on DraftKings. It feels like Martinez is not having a great season, but he really is. He's batting over 290 on the year, over 20 bombs, 896 OPS, and averaging just under 10 fantasy points per game. And today he gets Andrew Heaney on the bump for the Yankees, and this could get ugly real doggone fast. JD Martinez has a sub 20% carry to lefties since the beginning of last year, and Andrew Heaney, when he's not striking out righties, he has shown a big propensity to give up a lot of power, a 221 home run per nine against right-handed hitters, a 47% fly ball rate, and almost a 40% hard contact rate, a little bit better than his previous 2 years of 45 and 46%. His beginning of his career in Yankee uniform has not gone well. 3 homers, 1 homer, 4 homers in his last couple of games, and this is a guy that will give up the long ball even in good games, and I think JD Martinez is my favorite bet to target on the Red Sox side. So Mike Zunino, Albies, JD Martinez, the 3 hitters I'm kind of focusing on early on that stand out on the first look. The 2 stacks, I'm going to kind of stick with 2 of the 3 picks in their teams. The Red Sox stack kind of is intriguing to me from a non-biased mathematical standpoint. I talked about Heaney being a guy who can give up a lot of power, a lot of bombs, and yesterday, the Yankees really tapped into their very depleted bullpen in that doubleheader. I mean, we were leaning on guys like Jonathan Loaizaga, who had a pretty stressful 7th inning. Chad Green had a tough 7th inning to close out the second game. I think Abreu got sent back down, and Wandy Peralta only had a couple of pitches, but got a big out for them. So against the Red Sox today, I could see a lane from this Yankees bullpen that involves Lucas Licky, maybe some Nick Nelson, Joely Rodriguez, and Zach Britton, who only got one out yesterday, might come back into the game today, and he has really not been effective for the Yankees this season, and he has come out and publicly said that he has no confidence, he should not be in the closer role. So if Heaney got beat up early on, I could see Booney maybe punting the game halfway through, and this becoming a lot of lefties out of the Yankees bullpen for the Red Sox bats to take advantage of today. Kike Hernandez, Xander Bogaerts, JD Martinez, Hunter Renfroe, all righties with a lot of power against lefties that could capitalize on this starting matchup if all hell broke loose in the first 2 innings, and then they lean into some of the more mid-card type of lefties out of the pen. Hopefully the Yankees can fight back in a 12-round shootout, but I like the chances for the Red Sox to play with a little bit more pep in their step, losing that wild card spot yesterday, come out fighting, and then hopefully, but not hopefully, putting up some runs here if you have them in DFS, and maybe the Yankees put up a few more runs for my personal stake. And then lastly, the other stack I'm going to talk about, staying in the AL East. How about the Rays, man? They've been putting it on the Baltimore Orioles. This bullpen has been really doggone bad. Nelson Cruz got him a pair of bombs yesterday, and his matchup today is another pristine spot. Talked about Mike Zunino being locked in. He's in a great spot again. Spencer Watkins is, for all intents and purposes, a gas can to righties. Maybe Cash puts out a more righty-heavy lineup today. Would make sense for maybe Randy Arozarena to get another shot here. And then, of course, no matter what, if you can get Spencer Watkins out the game early, and dip into this Orioles bullpen, it has really been beneficial for opposing teams and opposing stacks. So Rays and Red Sox, the 2 stacks sticking out for me early. Coors is on the early slate today, so we don't get to be too cheap. Obviously, we're going to still be interested in the Dodgers and some of the other teams sticking out in the late games. Rangers and Mariners might get a little crazy, but I like the Rays and Red Sox early on. We'll revisit every game later this afternoon, going game by game at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, right here on this channel. If you would, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, show me a little bit of love. I hope you guys crush it today. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you this afternoon. Good luck. God bless, and go win some money. Channel memberships are live. If you've got love for me, I got love for you. Earn your status as a baller, legend, or Hall of Famer, and get exclusive perks in this channel, like members-only video content, live streams, and rock those custom emojis and badges next to your name that you can flex in every comment section on this channel or in our live stream live chats. Memberships are the best way to show love for me, show love for the content, and make sure more content comes your way.